What if I told you that 40% of my clients who are looking in Sarasota actually end up in Lakewood Ranch? In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly why that is. I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison of Lakewood Ranch and Sarasota, and at the end, going to give you what community you would probably want based on what you are looking for. Hi, I'm Ryan Zakos. I'm with Zakos Realty and Design Group out of Sarasota, Florida. I was born and raised here in Sarasota. I actually currently live in Lakewood Ranch. I love both these communities, and because of me spending my whole life here, I believe that I am the best way to help you relocate here to Southwest Florida. Let's dive right into the video. I'm going to give you 5 points on this. I'm going to talk about home prices and value, lifestyle and atmosphere, location and beaches, schools and family life, and then shopping and entertainment to kick it off. And then again, I'll give you a conclusion about Lakewood Ranch, a summary of Lakewood Ranch and Sarasota, and be able to narrow down what you are looking for based on what these communities have to offer. Let's first talk about the home prices and values of both Sarasota and Lakewood Ranch. Sarasota's median price as of current is about $500,000. There's obviously a great variety and a great variance in prices. You have homes in condos as low as $150,000, even lower, and obviously up to $10+ million homes on the water in Sarasota. There's a larger variance of price points in Sarasota, and there's also a larger variety of homes in Sarasota. You have downtown luxury modern condos combined with historical bungalow type homes in just downtown Sarasota by itself. And if you take Sarasota proper as a whole, you have everything from mid-century modest homes to, again, estate style homes on 1 acre, 2 acre lots, even in the heart of Sarasota. So a lot going on in Sarasota. Median price point's about 500, but a big variance. And again, Sarasota was developed early in the 1900s. So you'll see these pockets of developments throughout Sarasota as, you know, in those 10-year, 20-year increments. So you'll have historic homes in downtown and the wide spread out from there, mid-century close to downtown, going to the 70s and 80s. And as you get closer to I-75, you will find new construction in and around I-75, mostly east of I-75 at this point. Palmer Ranch is still sitting west of I-75, and you will still find some new construction there as well. So again, that's Sarasota in a nutshell. Lakewood Ranch, the price point is going to be mid-600s at this point. There is a lot less variety of home types because the oldest community in Lakewood Ranch is less than 30 years old. So Summerfield community was built in the mid-90s. Again, that's the oldest community. And because everything is relatively new, there's still 20+ communities that are building new construction in Lakewood Ranch. There's not as much variety regarding the homes and home styles and types, as well as the variance in pricing. You might have a $4 or $5 million home in Lake Club. That's an estate style home, newer construction community. But again, you're not getting the waterfront. You're not getting stuff like that. So it's going to be more of just an estate style, beautiful, new construction, custom build rather than older home that might be just beachfront or waterfront in Sarasota. The value wise, you will actually get more bang for your buck technically in Lakewood Ranch because of the big, large tract home builders in Lakewood Ranch. You have D.R. Horton, Lennar, Devasta, which is Pulte Del Webb. These homes, you can get larger tract homes for under $300 a square foot. Obviously, with these custom homes and these wonderful custom communities, you can be up to $650, $700 per square foot in Lakewood Ranch. But as a general rule, Lakewood Ranch's price per square foot is a little bit lower than you would get in Sarasota. Sarasota's, I think, sitting right around $350 a square foot right now. Again, huge variety and huge variance on that. So this is kind of a generalized rule on that. But because of the more affordable tract home builders that Lakewood Ranch has, they drive that price down a little bit. But again, a lot of options if you're looking for new construction in Lakewood Ranch. That's a little bit of a sum on Lakewood Ranch and Sarasota regarding home values and pricing. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the lifestyle and atmosphere. Sarasota is, historically was a circus town, so that art scene has bled into everything culture related into Sarasota. If you're looking for that historic charm, culture, art scene, more organic community feel, then Sarasota is that regarding the culture and lifestyle. You have the Van Wezel Oslo Theater, Players Theater. You have over 1,000 annual events throughout Sarasota. There are over 100 annual events throughout Sarasota. There's a downtown Sarasota farmers market. You lack a little bit of that new construction community, no amenities, but again, if you're looking for a variety and variance of architecture and home type and history and charm, Sarasota is going to be that. Lakewood Ranch is the opposite. Again, almost community in Lakewood Ranch is less than 30 years old, 20+ communities that are still building new construction. You have very similar type homes, all new construction driven, Most of these communities are gated. Most of these communities have amenities. The communities offer resort style pools and things like that. Side note, Lakewood Ranch is a master plan community, 50 square acres, 30 plus communities, 20 of those new construction like we talked about. So looking for that uniform new construction as resort style living, Lakewood Ranch would fit that bill. Next, we'll talk about school life and family. You can't be in Lakewood Ranch and not be in an A-rated school for the most part. Every school in Lakewood Ranch is going to be an A-rated school. It is very much geared toward young families and families with kids because the school system is very, very good in this area of Manatee County and Lakewood Ranch. Sarasota has a great variety of private offerings, public offerings. There's some really good schools. There's some schools that are not very good. There's a lot more variety and options regarding a school choice in Sarasota County as a whole. But again, if you're just comparing apples to apples regarding school rating, school availability, Lakewood Ranch will win out on that. Now we're going to quickly talk about the location and geography. Sarasota is a city on the water. It sits there on Sarasota Bay, the Intercoastal Waterway, right over the Ringling Bridge. Toledo is the Gulf of Mexico. So it sits there, great proximity to Longboat Key, Lido Key, Siesta Key, Casey Key. All these are products of Sarasota. They all have public beach access. Casey Keys is Nokomis Beach, but there's great proximity to the beach. If you're looking purely for proximity to the beach, then Sarasota will obviously win out. You will trade that geography and location to the beach or that newer infrastructure, that modern living, that modern shopping, stuff like that. Lakewood Ranch offers that Sarasota does not have. Lakewood Ranch does have great proximity to I-75. So if traveling to Tampa Airport or St. Pete Airport or downtown St. Pete or downtown Tampa, or jump down to Fort Myers and Naples, if that's important to you to be able to travel easily and accessibly, then Lakewood Ranch could potentially be a good option. Obviously, Sarasota has I-75 running through it, so there are portions of Sarasota that would give you great proximity to downtown as well as I-75. Is beach a important aspect for you in your home search, or is going to be that newer amenity-rich resort style living going to win out? Lastly, I want to talk about the shopping entertainment. You cannot beat the culinary scene if you're a foodie in Sarasota. More Zagat-rated restaurants in the Sarasota area than any city in the country. The local culinary scene is fantastic. Again, that's from the art scene, culture that bleeds into the culinary world. Lakewood Ranch is picking up. It's kind of like that sister of Sarasota, so it's grabbing some of these popular restaurants. They're doing secondary restaurants, so like Owen's Fish Camp, very popular seafood restaurant in downtown Sarasota, now has one in Lakewood Ranch. There's a Ruth Chris. They're putting a Fleming's over by UTC. This whole UTC area is a fantastic shopping, probably the retail mecca of Florida. Indoor mall, great outdoor shopping as well. It's taking up a whole entire couple square miles now. There's 90 plus restaurants and retail galore. So that gives you unbelievable proximity to Lakewood Ranch. It's right on the other side of I-75, more western than Lakewood Ranch. But as you cross I-75, you'll be entering technically Lakewood Ranch. So the shopping is incredible, approximately Lakewood Ranch. I will say this though, if you're looking for new construction in Lakewood Ranch, most of that new construction availability is going to be a lot more northeast. So you're getting a little bit more removed from the shopping and restaurants. Obviously, they're putting a Costco off of 64. There's a lot going on now. There is a Costco now off of 64. They're putting a new Publix in further down 64 East. So there's a lot more going in to supplement the big growth that Lakewood Ranch is seeing in that northeastern quadrant of Lakewood Ranch. But UTC is a great option for, and then you have downtown Main Street for Lakewood Ranch. You have Waterside and the Sarasota County side of Lakewood Ranch. So there is some shopping, there are some good restaurants, but as a general rule, downtown Sarasota you can't beat regarding its culinary, and then all around US 41, I-75, there's tons of restaurants, there's tons of shopping, great access for shopping for whether you're looking at Lakewood Ranch or Sarasota. They're really, portion of Lakewood Ranch is actually in Sarasota County now. So I guess in the end, what's going to win for you? Is it going to be proximity to the beach? Is it going to be the newer community? Is it having good schools for your children? Is it having amenity-rich neighborhoods? All these things are going to be very important in deciding where you're going to end up purchasing a home here in the area. You will probably end up, in conclusion, you'll probably end up choosing Sarasota if you love history, you love that historic charm, you love the walkability nature of downtown Sarasota, if you want to be closer to the beaches, if you prefer more of an established city, if you want more of that larger city feel, but not the big city feel, you want more city amenities, and you ultimately value arts and culture with the museums and culinary world, that's probably why you would choose Sarasota as opposed to why you would choose Lakewood Ranch. Do you want that newer infrastructure, that newer community feel? Do you want that amenity-rich neighborhood that has a fitness center, it's gated, it has a resort-style pool, might even have a game room, basketball court, pickleball, tennis? There's a lot going on in these amenity-rich communities, even a restaurant and bar in some of these communities. Do you not care about driving to the beaches, as pretty much the closest community in Lakewood Ranch to a beach is probably 30-35 minutes. So if you don't care about being that close to the beach, and if you have maybe school-age children, that'd be another reason why you might want to choose Lakewood Ranch to call home. I hope this video helps you. Again, please feel free to text me, feel free to call. We would love to be a resource for you in this relocation journey. Thank you. Have a good day. Hey, thanks so much for watching the video. I just want to pop on real quick and tell you a little bit about who I am and who we are here at Zakos Realty and Design Group. I'm Ryan Zakos, as you heard throughout the video. I was born and raised here in Sarasota. I currently live with my family in Lakewood Ranch. Started this firm with my father about 8 years ago or so. We have an office in downtown Sarasota and downtown Venice. He actually lives on Venice Island. My father relocated here from Michigan, and it was his first career out of college at Michigan State, was a police officer here in Sarasota County at the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office. My mom relocated here from New Jersey when she was actually a child, so they have both relocated here from out of state, but it afforded me the opportunity to actually be born and raised here. So I spent my first 18 years living in Sarasota proper, and then now with my family, we live in Lakewood Ranch. I absolutely love everything about the Gulf Coast of Florida. I've worked in St. Pete, I've worked in Tampa, I lived in Sarasota. My parents currently live in Venice Island. I have sold a lot of stuff in Welland Park. I'm passionate about this area, and I think that it offers an unbelievable lifestyle that is unparalleled to anything else in the state of Florida, let alone the country. I do think that being born and raised here, it provides me the opportunity to provide insight into communities, into areas that a lot of agents don't know. There are a lot of agents, there's 10,000 plus agents here locally, and a lot of those agents actually aren't from here or haven't lived here that very long at all. So being from here, I have had the privilege of building relationships with tons and tons of vendors in every industry you could think of, but then also just having that intimate knowledge of each community and each area, whether it's a pocket of Sarasota or a pocket of Venice or Lakewood Ranch, whatever that consists. So I do think that I can provide that value in great detail for you and help you in understanding what your relocation goals are and helping you achieve that in what kind of home and community you want to ultimately be in. So please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions at all. I would love to be a resource for you, and I hope I can meet you one day. Thanks. Talk to you soon.